Welcome back as we begin fault diagnosing procedures in the starter system. A most common fault is that the starter motor doesn't operate or operates sluggishly. Let's examine how we can locate the fault using a systematic procedure. The equipment we'll need is a hydrometer to test the battery's state of charge and a voltmeter to take various voltage readings. It always makes sense to begin an electrical system check by first ensuring that the battery is in a serviceable condition and is sufficiently charged. If the battery is below 70% charged, as determined by your hydrometer test, then it should be charged in the manner explained in Tech AV's battery maintenance programs. Assuming that the battery is charged, the next step is to make sure that the battery posts and terminals are clean. Further, we strongly advise that you clean all the earth connections on the body or chassis, as poor electrical contacts will inevitably cause starting problems. Tighten all connections securely. Any engine that is supported on rubber mountings is fitted with a bonding strap, simply a heavy cable to connect the motor to the chassis or frame. Check the security and electrical connections of each end of this strap. If the starter at this time still does not operate or is sluggish, we must proceed to the next step. The next step is to check the voltage drop of the battery during cranking. Note that on petrol engines, the low tension lead between the coil and distributor should be disconnected for the next series of tests. Connect the voltmeter across the battery. Have an assistant operate the starter switch whilst you watch the voltmeter. The reading should be at least 9,5 volts. If the reading is below 9,5 volts, then recharge the battery or replace it with a fully charged battery and repeat the test. Should the reading still be below 9,5 volts, then we may suspect the starter motor is at fault. At this time, the motor should be removed for a complete bench test or overhaul. Assuming that we do have 9,5 volts or better, we next move along to the starter solenoid to check the voltage at the operating terminal. The voltmeter is connected between the small terminal on the solenoid and a good earth point on the starter motor case or vehicle frame. Once more, have an assistant operate the start switch and watch the meter. The reading should be exactly the same as before, that is, at least 9,5 volts. However, if the reading falls below 9,5 volts, then a resistance has developed in the supply line to the ignition switch and the solenoid operating terminal. All connections and wiring should now be cleaned, checked, or repaired as necessary. The next test determines whether there is enough voltage at the starter main terminal. To perform this test, connect the voltmeter between the starter main terminal and earth on the starter motor body or the engine block. Again, an assistant operates the start switch and you observe the voltmeter. The observed voltage should be the same as that noted directly across the battery. A drop in voltage of 0,5 volts or more means that further investigation is required. We shall discuss further testing after the break.